every day.
Then one would have to say, it seems to me, following the conversation, point by point, that the place of this observer, understood as you've pointed it out, is the point of disrelationship.
Is the point where there is really actually no relationship at all. I may sleep with my wife, or you may sleep, and so on, but actually there is no relationship. Because I have my own pursuits, my own ambitions, my own, all the idiosyncrasies and so on, and she has hers. So we are always separate. And therefore always in battle with each other. Which means the observer as the past is the factor of division.
Yes. I was just wanting to be sure that the phrase, is the place, what is the place of the observer, was understood in the context of what we're saying. We have made the statement that there is such a thing.
Yes.
Well, its place as such would seem to me not to be what we usually mean by its occupying a place.
Yes.
We're talking rather about an activity here that is profoundly disordered.
As long as there is the observer,
yes,
there must be conflict in relationship.
Yes, I follow that.
Wait.
Yes.
No, see what happens. I make a statement of that kind. Someone will translate into an idea, into a concept, and say, how am I to live that concept? The fact is, he doesn't observe himself as the observer.
That's right. That's right. He is the observer looking out there, making a distinction between himself
and the statement.
Right. Making a division.
Division. Now, so, has the observer any place at all in relationship? I say no. The moment he comes into existence in relationship, there is no relationship.
The relationship is not.
Is not. That's
it's
right.
not something that is in disrelationship.
Yes, that's right.
We're talking about something that in fact does not even exist.
Therefore, we have to go into the question why human beings in their relationship with other human beings are so violent. Because that's spreading throughout the world. I was told the other day in India, a mother came to see me, very Brahmanical family and very cultured and all the rest of it. Her son, who is 6, when she asked him to do something, he took up a stick and began to hit her. A thing unknown. You follow, sir? I mean, the idea that you should hit your mother is traditionally something incredible. And this boy did it. And I said, see what is the fact. We went into it, she understood, so on. So, to understand violence, one has to understand division.
The division was already there.
Yeah.
Otherwise he would not have picked up the stick.
Division between nations, you follow, sir? This race from armaments is one of the factors of violence, which is, I'm calling myself American and others calling himself Russian or Hindu or whatever it is. This division is the factor of real violence and hatred. If a mind, when a mind sees that, he cuts away all division in himself. He is no longer a Hindu, American, Russian, he is a human being with his problems, which is then he's trying to solve, not in terms of India or in America or Russia. So that's, So we come to the point, can the mind be free in the relationship, which means orderly,
Yes.
not chaotic,
No, no.
orderly?
It has to be, otherwise
Okay,
you couldn't use the word relation.
No, no.
Yes.
So can the mind be free of that? Free of the observer. So
If not, there's no hope.
that's the whole point.
If not, we've had it.
Yeah. And all the escapes and going off into other religions, doing all kinds of tricks, and no meaning. Now, this demands a great deal of perception, insight,
Yes.
into the fact of your life, how one lives one's life. After all, philosophy means the love of truth, love of wisdom, not the love of some abstraction.
Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Wisdom is supremely practical.
Practical. Therefore, here it is. That is, can a human being live in relationship, in freedom, and yet operate in the field of knowledge?
And yet operate in the field of knowledge. Yes.
And be absolutely orderly. Otherwise it's not freedom. Because order means virtue,
Yes. Yes.
which doesn't exist in the world at the present time. There is no sense of virtue in anything. They will repeat, virtue is a creative thing, is a living thing, is a moving thing.
I'm thinking, as you're saying this, about virtue, which is really power, which is really the ability to act. And if I'm following you correctly, what you're really saying, and please correct me if I'm way off here, what you're really saying is that the ability to act in the strict sense, which must be creative, otherwise it's not an action,
No.
but it is simply a reaction,
Yeah, repetition.
a repetition, that the ability to act, or virtue as you put it, bears with it necessarily the implication of order. It must. There seems to me no way out of that.
Yes.
Yes, I just wanted to recover
Yes,
that
quite,
step at a time.
So can I come back? In human relationship as it exists now, we are looking at that, what actually is. In that human relationship, there is conflict. Sexual violence and so on, so on, so on. Every kind of violence. Now, can man live at total peace? Otherwise it's not creative. In human relationship, because that is the basis of all life. You know?
I'm very taken with the way you have pursued this. I notice that when we ask this question, is it possible that? The reference for it is always a totality.
Yes.
And the reference over here is a fragment, or a fragmentation, or a division. Never once have you said that the passage from one to the other is a movement that even exists.
No, can't exist.
See?
Quite. Absolutely.
I think, Mr. Krishnamurti, that nothing is so difficult to grasp as this
From this
statement
to
that
that.
you've made. Yes. There is nothing that we are taught